video from, the comeback, third topic video. And, I just want to say a few things before I get to the topic. My nose is running, sorry. I have clothes on today. Applaud me. I was watching my other videos and I noticed how just awful I looked. So I was like, I'm going to start doing these videos dressed. So I've been to class already and I went to class already, and so I just decided to do this with clothes on today instead of sweats and pajamas. Okay, so what do I want to say? Oh, before I get into the topic, I have two shout-outs that I want to give first before I get started. The first one is to my good friend, Cameron Hall. Hey, Cameron. Okay, I wanted to tell him thank you because he told me that he introduced my topic, Don't Be a Crab in the Bucket, to his Black Student Union meeting, and they were like talking about that, and he gave a shout out to me, so I'm giving him one back. Thank you for spreading the word and getting Nikki P on the map a little bit. And I love you. Thank you. And my other shout out is to my good friend Tyrone Lewis. Hey, Tyrone. Okay, Tyrone is really helpful with this with me. He helps me by giving me good feedback from the male perspective that I really need because I'm not a boy. So that's really helpful to have a guy who gives me feedback on how men think. And he helps me with ideas for the blog, and we just bounce stuff off each other, and he's a really cool guy. And thank you. So for those two men, I love you, and keep doing what you're doing. You're in school, you're getting things done, and I know you're going to make a change in the community someday. So I love you. Wow. Okay. I know I said last week that my topic was about, for the men, from the women or whatever. I'm not doing that this week, sorry. I didn't prepare myself as well as I should have. And I had asked some women for some help, and I have it, but I didn't actually write. I don't have it with me, and I didn't write it down. I don't remember everything they said, so I can't do that this week. I'm sorry. So I'm going to push it back a week, but I have something to slide in its place. Okay, so that's what I'm doing this week. So this week, different topic. I'm just as excited about it, but it's not the topic that I told you about last week. It's going to be next week. Okay? Everybody got it? Okay, good. So we're not doing that. The topic for this week is going to be, okay, I get it. College wasn't for you, but, okay, that's the topic. That's the title for this week. You can see it above you. This is my personal shout out to those of you who chose not to get a degree. Now, I know I heard the collective gasp because all I talk about is go to college, get a degree, get your education, be empowered, be educated, be blessed. All that's my motto, okay? And I still think that, don't get me wrong, I haven't changed my mind. That's still number one, education. Next to God, education is number one in my life, and I think it should be number one in everyone else's life. You have to get an education. I think that's the most important thing to do if you want to be successful in this world, is get an education. But it's not the only way to be successful, okay? So this is to all of you who graduated from high school and said, you know what, college just is not for me, I don't want to go. Or you went to college for a semester or a year and you figured out that it wasn't for you, because everybody can't do the college thing. Some people just aren't geared toward college as far as their mindset. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not a failure. There's nothing wrong, okay? Nikki P, I hear you, okay? I hear you. I know all of you are saying, man, she always talking about going to college and all her videos and doing this and that. Okay, I get it. I hear you. Everybody can't go to college, okay? So just, mind you, I understand. But the thing about it is that if you're not going to go to college, you got to get a job. You got to enter the workforce and grow up faster than those who went to college, because college kind of allows you to be in that limbo between child and adult. You're not a child anymore because you're on your own. Nobody's waking you up, telling you to go to class. Nobody's helping with your homework. It's not like high school and middle school. But you're not quite an adult because your parents still are sending you money, or they're helping you out with maybe a car or pay your insurance or something like that. Most college students aren't completely on their own. Now, there's some out there that are, and they're just totally independent. Their parents don't help them at all. But very few. Most of them are kind of in that in-between space, and it gives you time to find yourself, figure out who you want to be, what you want to be, and grow up. So when you graduate, then you can be grown. But when you graduate from high school and you say, I don't want to do that, then you're thrown into this adult world where you have to get a job and all this stuff. And some people have a hard time with that transition. And so they end up sitting on the couch for like a year, year and a half, not knowing what they want to do. Okay, you can't do that. Number one, it's wasting your time. Okay, number two, you're not building any kind of retirement or savings account so that when you do get on your own, you can handle yourself. Okay, so you can't sit on mama's couch for a year and a half if you don't want to go to college. Okay, so I have sorry, oh my gosh, it's pollen allergies. Sorry. I have, I think, three, if I can remember them, 3 tips for those of you who did not want to go to college. These are the 3 things that I think you should do more than anything. Okay? So the first thing is that you have to realize that if you don't have a degree, you're not too good for any job. Okay? I don't think that if you took 4 years, 6 years of your life, went to school, got a degree, got a master's, whatever, I think that you have the right to say, I don't want to work at McDonald's. I just think that. I think that if I work hard in school and I have a degree behind my name, I shouldn't have to say, may I take your order? That's just what I think. Now, in this economy, it's harder for people, even with graduates, with degrees, to find jobs, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But I think that if you work hard in school and I graduated from college, I should not have to be working at Hollister or McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, whatever. You know what I mean? Those are like jobs that get you through college, and then after you should have a higher quality job because you deserve it. But I think those of you who chose not to go to college, you can't say, well, I don't want to work at McDonald's. I don't want to be flipping hamburgers, okay? Because you can't really say that because you didn't put any work in to say, I want a office job on the 20th floor, you know, all this stuff. You didn't put in the work. And people from McDonald's, you can start out flipping burgers and in, 15 years be managing multiple restaurants. Do you see what I'm saying? So the first tip for those of you who didn't get a college degree and just have a high school diploma is don't think you're too good for any job, okay? Take whatever's out there because you never know when the opportunity to move up can come. You get what I'm saying? So that's my first tip. Don't ever think you're too good for any job. The second tip is have a realistic goal, okay? Most of the time, the only people with goals are people who are in school. They have a goal, I want to be this. I want to get this degree. After I graduate from college, I want to do this. That's the main, if you ask anybody in college, most of them are going to say that. Like me, I want to get my PhD in math education and be a math teacher. That's my goal. That's where my whole life, my whole existence right now is geared toward that. I think some people that don't go to college don't really have a goal. They just kind of say, well, I'll just do whatever. You should still have a goal. Just because you're not in school doesn't mean you can't have a goal, okay? You should have something realistic. If the job that you're in right now is not really where you see yourself in 10 years, then you need to say, you know what, I want to do some kind of on-the-job training where I can move up in my own job, or I want to go take a training class in this field or this skill, not necessarily college, but they have on-the-job training, and they have trade schools which teach you a certain thing like auto mechanics, things like that, and you don't necessarily have to get a degree to do something like that, but that can still be an attainable goal that you're working toward instead of just kind of floating through life, bouncing from job to job. You want to do something you love no matter if you go to college or not. You get what I'm saying? So the first thing was don't think you're too good for any job. The second thing was have realistic goals. You can still have goals even though you're not in school. Everybody needs goals, okay? The third thing is, and I think this is probably the most important of the 3, maybe, yeah. But the third thing is beware, beware, beware of pipe dreams, okay? What is a pipe dream? For those of you who don't know, a pipe dream is exactly what it sounds like. What does the stuff that you put in your toilet go down? It goes down the pipe to the sewer, okay? Pipe dreams are things that are just silly, unattainable, and just lifeless dreams, okay? There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. There's nothing wrong with having big dreams, big goals for yourself. But you don't want your dreams to be unrealistic, if that makes any sense. If you want to be a singer, a rapper, a dancer, a model, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be that. But if you don't generally have a real talent for it and you're not driving toward that really, really hard in your life, then maybe you should try something else. Everybody can't be Lil Wayne. Everybody can't be Nicki Minaj. Everybody can't be Beyonce. Everybody can't be Tyra Banks, okay? Everybody cannot be that. And I know you see the life and you think it's so glamorous and I want to make it rain and have all this money and all this stuff, but There is a set place for everybody in the world, and everybody's not going to be a rapper. And if you can't even, speak in front of people, how are you going to perform in front of a crowd of thousands? So some people have different talents. Some people really are talented to rap, and if you're talented to do that, hey, go for it. But if you are talented to do it, you need to be trying your hardest to get in there. You need to be in the studio. You need to be writing music all the time. I've heard people say, I want to be a rapper. They're not even writing music. They're not even in the studio. What are you doing? Obviously,